This is the first part of my quest guide to the Cults of Tibia, the Ravenous Hunger of Avendriel. Even though this is the first part of my videos about this quest, you don't need to follow the same order. However, since it is the first video, I will take the opportunity to talk about the quest briefly. The Cults of Tibia consists of 7 bosses in total, 6 of them being up to 5 players and are located in different cities. And all of them, with the exception of the final, can be killed with players of around level 200s. After killing these 6 bosses, you will receive access to the final boss, and if you succeed on that, all you get is a pretty tree to decorate your house with. Congratulations. Jokes aside, most people haven't done this quest or don't even know about it, and that's why I'm making this video. But yes, the trees are the rewards for the quest and each vocation gets a different version. Other than that, what is more valuable, or at least it was back then when this quest was introduced, is the access to the bosses, which all of them are daily bosses that can be done every 20 hours with up to 5 people. So with that said, let's talk about the access for the first one, located in Avendriel. I'm gonna start with the worst access of all, but at the same time the boss is one of the best to farm, but I will get to that at the end. For the access, first head to Avendriel and follow this path. Make sure to have a pick or a tool with you, as it will be needed to leave the area of the elves. The only monsters you will find in here are the Borlex cults. They hit pretty hard for level 200, so be careful at first. When you get to the cave, you gotta complete some trials in order to unlock the access to the other areas of the cave. First, you gotta do the Tar Trail, which starts here and ends here. My recommendation is to get to the end first and scout the area, in case you don't have the map explored, because time is essential for this. If you have multiple people, then have them kill the monsters while you do this, and then alternate. If you're solo, it's likely that they respawn before you start, so we'll have to just run past them. To complete this trial, you gotta get yourself covered in tar as soon as you get this message, and step on the tile at the ending point within a certain amount of time. That is why time is so important, and you gotta be really quick while doing it. If you fail, you gotta start over again until you succeed and see this message. When you do it, head southwest and do pretty much the same thing for the Soulful Trial. Get from the starting point to the end within the time given. Step on the sulfur as soon as you see this message, then run quick and step on the special tile at the end. If you succeed, you will see this message. If you don't, start over again. Next up, go to the area where you finished the first trial and step on the carpet to get past and go here. This one is close by, so time is not important. Step on the wood when you see the message. Then go west and pass the energy barrier. This will kill you and send you to the depot, but it's part of the quest and you will not lose anything from it. It's just a hassle since you will be back at the temple. Now head back and you can start with the second part of the access, for which you gotta click on turn marks across the cave that look like something green on the walls. The first one is located right by the entrance, another in the building behind the NPC, 3 are in the floor where you did the trials, and the last 5 are in the floor of the NPC past the door that now you should be able to go through. When you get all 10, head to this room and click on the skull. This will give you access to the boss. Now for the boss, head to the building behind the NPC and go through the door on the west. The boss has 2 phases. On the first one, the most reliable way to damage him is by healing him. Have your druids use mass res and sorcerers/paladins use UHs on him, and this will do damage instead. The other way to do it is to hit the cask on the north wall to make it summon a liquor spirit, which when attacked does an AoE damage that only hits the boss and it summons. Sometimes this can glitch and do a lot of damage, as well as sometimes it will only get 1 or 2 attacks off. That's why healing is more reliable to do it faster, but you can do both to be even more efficient if you want. One tip for the druids is that you can use UHs between the cooldown of the mass rest to do even more damage to him. When he dies, he will respawn as the Ravenous Hunger. On this phase, you can just focus on the boss with anything but death and earth. And that's it, the boss summons mutated bats a lot. If you don't want to deal with this, just stand on a firebomb, but since they don't do much damage, it's not a big deal. What makes this boss the best to farm is that it drops the Elven Mail, which is by far the most expensive drop from all cult bosses, and is also on high demand these days since it has 3 imbuement slots. Another notable drop but not expensive one is the Cobra Crown, which is the best helmet for a low level mages, as it has 2 magic levels and doesn't have a level requirement. However, later on it falls to the Yalahari mask since the mask can be imbued. It also drops the Elven legs, which could have been expensive if Zipso had not used the same design as the Ranger legs, which are given to any level 8 paladins. So unless it gets a new design, which it hasn't since the boss was added in 2017, it will remain pretty worthless. That's all for this video. Depending on the level of the players, this could even be killed as duos, but that's hard to do even at 600, so my recommendation is 3 level 300s or more than 4 level 200s. Consider subscribing to see the videos of the other bosses as soon as I post them, and if you want to support the creation of even more videos, consider sending some Tibia coins to Goodie Donation. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.